Hello, my name is Victoria and I'd like to welcome you to this RE Cloud Express series video. Today I'm going to give you a detailed overview of the RE Cloud Express portal used to manage your vCloud infrastructure. In this video we'll be covering RE Cloud Express portal, creating a virtual server from a template, virtual data center concept, vApps, virtual machines and catalogs. Each client will receive a unique URL that can be used to log onto their organization. Once you've logged into our portal, you will see the home page. From the home page, you can manage your organization and infrastructure. There is a quick access section which will allow you to start, stop, and open a vApp, or click on an individual thumbnail to open a console to a specific vApp. I will now click the New button to begin building our new server in the new vApp. You can use the default vApp name, or you can create your own name and description, which we would recommend to do. Select the runtime lease you require your server to run for. For this demo server, I will select 7 days, but you can see that there are many durations you can choose from 1 hour to never expire. The storage lease defines how long the server will be yours. If the runtime lease expires, the storage lease will keep your data on the server. However, at the end of the storage lease, your data will be deleted. I will select 14 days for the storage lease to show that it does not have to match the runtime lease. For a production server, you will require your leases to never expire so that you can fully control when you want to shut down or delete the virtual machine. You can now deploy a server from a catalogue of server templates that your organization may have created in My Organization catalogues or from public catalogues that have been provided. In this instance, we will create one using Windows Server 2008 R2 standard. So you can highlight the template that you want to use and you click Add. You then select the virtual data center that you want to use. Define the name as well as the machine name you want to give it. Now you can choose the network you want to connect to. For this example, we're going to connect to our public network and leave it to pick up the IP assignment. You can select to fence this vApp to isolate it from the other vApps on existing networks. Here you can see the networking details. Now you can see a summary of settings that you're going to use, and if you're happy, just select Finish. As you can see, this server is starting to be built. Now you can see that the vApp and the server have been deployed. You can go and open it. Here you can see the vApp diagram, and here is the virtual machine. Now, if you want to, you can look at the properties and you can modify these from the defaults that have been set. As you can see, we've got virtual CPU hot add and memory hot add set. That means that we can actually add CPU and memory on the fly whilst the server is running. For example, let's now change the number of CPUs to 2 and memory to 4 GB. If required, you can simply add additional disk capacity. You also have the option to add additional network interface cards to connect to different networks. You can confirm by pressing OK, and you will see the virtual machine updating. Now that it is updated, you can start the vApp. Essentially, with every data center, whether it is physical or virtual, it comes down to four main building blocks: your compute or processor, your memory, your storage, and your networking. It is important to know that with vCloud Express, you can have multiple virtual data centers. An important benefit with virtual data centers is the ability to split up resources, so they are not stacking on top of each other. For example, you can segregate production from development or public-facing IT from internal IT. Let's drill down to the first virtual data center and the vApp concept. The vApp concept was created by VMware. It's been around for a little while and must be used in vCloud Director, which is highly beneficial, plus it offers some cool features. One of the reasons vApp is so useful is because applications do not necessarily fit onto one server, as it is with multi-tiered applications. To explain, you may have a web server, an application server, and a database server. While it is nice to have some scalability and flexibility, managing those servers as single applications becomes difficult. The vApp concept allows you to manage multiple virtual machines as one application. Now let's take a look at Exchange vApp here. As you can see, we have an Active Directory server and an Exchange server. If you're unfamiliar with Exchange, the Exchange server holds mail, calendars, contacts, and some collaboration stuff. The Exchange server needs an Active Directory server in order to power Exchange. You can power this on and you can power this off as a group. You don't have to worry about managing them separately. You can manage them together. vApp gives you internal vApp networking. Network interface cards are on a completely separate network, ensuring they are firewalled off from the internet. Now let's take a look at a few of these vApp properties. I have mentioned powering on and powering off virtual machines together within a vApp. If one application needs to power on after another, you can set boot times in order here. You can set your Active Directory server to boot first and your Exchange server to boot second with a 30-second delay. This will ensure that Active Directory is available when Exchange services start. Now we are going to look at networking. We have talked about having this internal vApp network. This network does not go outside of your vApp. You can see that we have it connected to our Internet Organization network and that we have our network address translation and firewall enabled. Let's go ahead and take a look at the details of those. You can see that we also have DHCP options for this network. A 5-tuple firewall allows you to create and add firewall rules. We also have network address translation. This means the Active Directory and Exchange server can have public IP addresses and also internal vApp network IPs. So let's talk about catalogs. A catalog is essentially a private repository for a range of content, including vApps, vApp templates, and media. The private catalog will host your vApp templates. As shown in the vApp demonstration earlier, all of these components are included: networking, firewall, NAT, and DHCP, including your virtual machines. Every single virtual machine that is in this vApp will be deployed from your catalog. There is also the Gold Master feature. For example, if you have multiple IIS web server templates, you could become confused as to which one you should be deploying into your environment. As you can see, we have this one marked as the Gold Master. This stops your other development editions of this vApp from being deployed without you knowing about it. vCloud Express can provide public catalogs that offer a number of ready-made templates. So if you wanted to build a specific virtual machine, you can avoid the installation and choose from our range of operating systems within our public catalogs. Additionally, there's no need to upload media into your own catalog. You can actually find the media in the public catalog and copy over as needed. I think that about wraps up our first demonstration. We look forward to seeing you again soon.